Coach, good to get training camp out of the rear view. Good week of practice, and just your general excitement for Sunday's home and season opener.
Yeah, it's excited and anxious to see what we're going to look like. Right, new team, new year, got a lot of new players, new additions. So new quarterback. So most importantly, want to make sure Chad's comfortable going in the game.
You talk about comfort. I mean, is it positive in your mind the fact that he's coming back to relatively the same offense from last year that he's able to insert himself into this year?
Yeah, that's a benefit for him, right? He's not a brand new rookie, right? So he got to learn the offense. It's year two. He feels more comfortable in it. He's very familiar with some of the stuff we're doing. We'll add some different things throughout each week that he'll be new to him. But I thought for the most part mentally he's been pretty sharp.
Short yardage. Would you still stick with Chad, or is that more so you just don't want to have your QB1 doing that?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if with the guy we picked to do it, if he's not giving us what we need, we might have to go with Chad. He's ready to do it, but I'm leaning towards him not being the short yardage guy.
Running game coach, I mean, last year, obviously, for the playoffs, a bit of a split tandem with AJ and Andrew. I mean, how does that develop throughout the course of the season, and what do you want to see on Sunday from those two?
Yeah, I mean, just be themselves, right? They're always, assignment sound, physically really good players. I think they give us a lot of leadership on offense. So I just want them to go do their thing like they've been doing. I mean, I feel like when we both had them both on the field for the, both playoff games, I thought they, gave us a little spark.
With two guys who are very capable of catching the ball, how much does that help your offense as well?
Ton. So, AJ and Andrew can go out there and run some receiver routes. I don't think any one of them's got one drop over the last 2 years. So, and they know the pass concepts, right? So that's the beauty of it. We can't just be one-dimensional. We're always running the ball. We're going to throw the ball with them on the field too.
Talk about Jamal coming back and what he brings to this group.
Well, just a lot of length at the boundary corner, right? Physicality too. He's getting his eyes back to where they need to be. He's been gone, so the system's has some tweaks to it. So he's catching on some of those things, but it was good to have him out there.
Last question. We'll end on this from last year. Obviously you guys are Grey Cup champions, trying to defend the championship. What will be going through your mind come Sunday when you see that banner being raised?
Not much. I'm just be focused on the game. Last year's in the past, and it's pretty neat that we get to do that in front of our fans. But that's more for the fans in the stands more than the players. We're just gonna be focused on Hamilton.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mom.
AJ, general excitement after spending the first week on a bye and now being able to get back into game mode and get set here for Sunday.
Yeah, so I mean, anytime you're starting the season off, everyone's fired up, ready to go. Kind of sucks that we get a week one bye. I feel like after camp, everybody was living on that high of starting camp, but had a chance to get the body to recover, and we're gonna be ready for it.
You really asserted yourself last year in the Canadian Football League as being one of the premier power backs. What does year 3 look like for AJ Ouellette?
Just adding to my game. Lost a little bit of weight, got stronger though, added some speed, and worked on some route running in the off season. So hopefully I can, add a little bit more to what our offense can offer.
What do you think Chad brings to this offense as well as being the number one quarterback here for this group?
First off, that swagger, that attitude, the determination. Like he's filled into that leadership role of great. I was excited getting into camp to see what QB1 Chad was like mentally and all that, and he's taking a hold of it, and he's playing well and being a great teammate.
Ryan also says that, the combination of you and Andrew, not only just running, but the fact that you guys are able to assert yourself in the receiving game bodes well for this team. How much do you pride yourself on that aspect of your game, being able to, not only run downhill and run through defenders, but also being able to, being a threat, being able to catch the ball?
Yeah, so, first off, I like to set the tone, like you said, run through someone's face. And then secondly is the receiving part. If a team has to look at multiple different angles in the game for you, it just has them thinking, and you're going to be one step ahead. So that's what me and Andrew have been working on this last couple weeks together.
Okay, lastly, how did the wrestling come about?
Wrestling was just a message from a friend of mine from college asking if I could come in. He actually asked last week, but we were in the middle of the season. I said, I can't make that happen. Luckily, they had the event during our bye week, so I'm like, hell yeah, I can't miss that. Originally, it was just me handing him a helmet to, hit the guy with. And after I watched everybody warming up and, jumping off the top rope, I'm like, can I do something? Like, can I get in the ring? So we kind of made all that last second and, popped in there and got to tackle someone.
Do we have a wrestling name?
No wrestling name yet. I would like to send out maybe a tweet or something. People send me some names. I got the Python from one of the coaches. I got the Ohio Pit Bull from John Haggerty. So I'm just accepting all the names right now.
We appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much.
No problem.
You have kind of had an unorthodox path here in the CFL. You know, you start the last game of the last season, you get into the East Final, you throw a touchdown to DeVaris Daniels, and then all of a sudden in the Grey Cup, your number's called upon to lead this team and win the game. But does this Sunday kind of almost feel like your unofficial first game in the CFL to some degree?
A little bit, yeah, definitely. I think the ability to never know when your name is called still helps you, go out there and be motivated and still, have a chance, right? You still never know. And so I think unofficially, officially, yes. But at the same time, that one game definitely under my belt, I felt, like I needed to go out there and prove myself. And, we were a little leg locked on what we wanted to do and stuff. And obviously we had a plethora of new guys, but I was able to work with them on scout team. But officially, I'm super excited to, have a chance to really lead a team right now.
What goes through your mind leading up to Sunday and just and going through the motions of now being the number one guy here, 150th anniversary of the organization, defending Grey Cup champions? I mean, what goes through Chad's mind ahead of Sunday at 7 o'clock?
Thankful, blessed. I'm super ecstatic just for all the guys to get back out there, have fun. We finally get to go out there and it means something, right? So I know guys have been waiting a long time. And, I think it's just going to be a ball of enjoyment and excitement, and hopefully the fans show up.
Ryan was talking about your comfort level. I mean, how does it bode well for you knowing the offense like you do and having so many returning guys and so many returning coaches as well? I mean, you look at the wide receivers at Curley and DeVaris and Markeith and Cam. I mean, how does that bode well for you and your confidence in going into Sunday?
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously, some of those guys have been up here year-round that I've been able to work with, right? But, every day we're trying to get better, and it's the small details like he always preaches about being 2% better. And, I thought we got 2% better today, right? So I think we just got to keep stacking the days, right? It's early in the season. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So we just got to be ready to go when whatever the defense throws at us.
Short yardage situations, I mean, you really did assert yourself in the league last year with 6 touchdowns throughout the regular season. Is that something that you kind of want to continue doing throughout the regular season, being that short yardage guy too?
Yeah, I mean, whatever coach tells me I need to do and be ready for, I'll be ready. And obviously, last year was fun to be able to have an opportunity to score touchdowns, very close up. And, with the defense being a yard off the ball and QB sneaks, it definitely helps your ability to move the chain. So, like I said, I'll be ready.
Last one, what did you think of AJ the wrestler?
The man, the myth, the legend. He is the man.
Are there any nicknames floating around for him for a wrestling name now?
Give me a couple more days and we'll have one. We'll have one ready to go.
Appreciate it, man. Good luck.
Appreciate you.